Hey mamas. So I just wanted to get on here a little bit and give you all some resources because I've been getting a question recently in practice how to deal with tantrums. Lila's actually not sleeping for this video. She is awake and so excited to join me. So one of the things that I want to say about kids is that they are really just tiny humans with big emotions, and then when they become that toddler age, they really have problems with impulse control. And so it's really our job as parents to help them navigate this world. So some of the things that I recommend and some of the methods that I recommend for parenting when you're parenting that toddler age child. So number one would be to make sure that your child is well adjusted, because a calm and relaxed nervous system will help just help them navigate that sensory input and help them navigate the world, having a balanced nervous system. If you get adjusted yourself, you know that how you feel after an adjustment, and it really does that same thing for a child. It really helps to stimulate the parasympathetics and provide like a sense of calm, which we're all looking for. Wouldn't it be lovely to be calm more often? And parenthood, motherhood really kind of makes you draw on that inner sense of calm. So one of my favorite books that I really like a lot is called Positive Discipline. This one is very age specific. So this is the Positive Discipline the first 3 years. So if you have a younger child, this is going to be a book for you. Avery is 4 now, so I probably have to buy the next version because they're the Positive Discipline, it's kind of a series and it goes by age, okay? Because there's different things that you do at different ages. So again, tiny human beings with big emotions, all right? So the first thing that I would say is that the foundation of, hold on a second. Hey, stuff, come back over here. Okay, so she's back. So the foundation of what's really important when we're talking about, our kids having tantrums and, behavior issues is really helping them to get out of that irrational brain. It's almost like when their brain shuts off when they go into that mode. And so they really can't make any rational decisions. So really being with them and helping them get through it, providing a safe space, maybe hugging them if they want to be touched, holding them, just like letting them know, like, it's okay, you're safe, mommy's here. Sometimes I'll have Avery breathe with me, so I'll model the breath for her. So inhale, exhale, just to get her to calm, because nothing's going to happen when they're in that tantrum phase, or that, you're not really going to make a big change at that immediate time. Lila's just messing. She just really wants to get to the stuff that's on the table that she shouldn't get to. And we're back. Okay, so once you get them calm, what you do first is connect with them. Okay, connection is huge. So especially if they were doing something that they weren't supposed to be doing, you want to connect with them before you make any kind of correction. So getting down on their level and really like looking in their eyes and mommy loves you. We cannot, however, I cannot let you do that. I cannot let you hit your sister, okay? So this book, Positive Discipline, is going to give you all kinds of tools to get you to help you navigate through some of those tantrums. There's all kinds of tricks, at that 1 to 3 age. Distraction is a great tool. Offering choices. Choices is one of my favorite. Would you like A or B? You decide, right? Because they're all into the power of it, and they're in charge. So that's a big one. Avery actually had like a meltdown last weekend where she wanted a snack. I gave her, I think, 2 or 3 choices. She didn't want any of them, and just like crying, emotional. And so I actually just sat with her, and I sat with her and just waited, just repeated that she was safe, that she was okay. And, after a couple minutes, she stopped crying, and then she got up and ran into her playroom and went to play. And then about 2 minutes later, she came back in and she said, Mom, I think I'll have the apple chips now, right? So, sometimes it's that impulse control. Sometimes they just don't even know what they want. And it's really our job to help them, to help guide them, and really being empathetic and compassionate towards them, because they are in these tiny bodies with these big emotions. So that's this, again, Positive Discipline. I love this book. A couple others that I don't physically have here, but I will link in the comments. Another one is The Conscious Parent. I do love that book. That's just really helps you, instead of unconsciously going through life, really being present is so important with them. I just posted a little graphic that Janet Lansbury shared, and she's actually one of my favorites. She has an amazing blog called Unruffled, I think, and she has 2 books that are audiobook. They're physical books, but I listen to them on Audible, and I actually got my husband to listen to those books as well. No Bad Kids, I think, is one, and I think Unruffled is the other. I'm not sure. I'll put the links in the comments so that you guys will have those resources. And another thing I just wanted to touch on is that sometimes as moms, it's so much easier for us to, hold on. And we're back. Sometimes as moms, it's so much easier for us to have patience and be compassionate than it is for dads. I love my husband dearly, but sometimes he's got 3 girls in the house, and if you count our dog, that's 4. So he is severely outnumbered, and he doesn't get the crying and the emotions sometimes. And so sometimes I will handle certain things, and then you have to let them parent as they are gonna parent. And sometimes it can be so difficult for you, but you want to consider that it's a partnership, right? And that each of us brings something special to the table. So, this is definitely something that I'm still I continue to work on, is letting him parent as he parents. What I like to do is just introduce stuff to him, right? So we listen to the Janet Lansbury podcast together, and just kind of he's not going to read this book, but what I used to do is I would sit there and I would be reading it, and then all of a sudden when I just went over a paragraph that was related to what we were going through, I would just read it, and he'd be like, uh-huh, yeah. So there's ways to kind of get them, on a similar page as you, but it's definitely important to let them add their input as well, because parenthood is hard, y'all. It is so hard, and some days are better than others. I think it's very important, because we're human too. So when you do make mistakes, or when you do get irritated or yell with your child, it's so important for us to say, hey, Mommy is sorry. I should not have done that. That was a mistake. You're just modeling the behavior that you want of them. And, having compassion for yourself, because this is hard, and maybe connecting with other parents, other moms, other couples who are in this parenthood journey together, because we all share a similar common story, and sometimes other people have ideas of how they're doing it that is really cool and you might be interested in. So, just being open to different ideas and just kind of finding what works for you and your family is very important. So those are a couple of the books that I love, some things that I recommend, and just how we parent. And I will link in the comments to some of the books that I didn't have, and just in case you didn't forget, Positive Discipline. So many good tools in this one. And the one practice that we haven't gotten to because Avery has not been old enough is family meetings. And they say about 4 is a good age to start that. And I just am very excited because my family used to do that. My mom just, I don't know, she didn't even know, but we did family meetings, and I think it's so important because, we're all in this together, right? Like, mommy's not holding the entire ship together, because that's just not how it works. It's not sustainable. We all make dirty laundry. We all should participate in cleaning it, right? We all eat dinner. We should all participate in how that dinner is served and set up or made and cleaned up. So, today I'm raising a different kind of family, right? So, any questions you have, I'm open to questions, or any books that you love. I'd love to hear what you're reading to help you be a better parent, because it's really hard. And, we have good days and bad days. So just want you to know that I am out here in solidarity with you, and looking forward to some of your comments and questions and even suggestions. So happy Wednesday. Hope you all have a fantastic day.